Hello, Steemits. Crypto G here, just coming at you with a video tutorial for the amazingly wonderful Pixlr editor, which you'll find at pixlr.com. Like Photoshop, except it's free and open source. So I'm just going to show you how I created this image here. It's basically by cutting out an image of me. Now, I just want to quickly show you, I'm just going to open up a high contrast image because these are much simpler than the techniques I'm going to show you. You would simply open up an image here in pixlr.com, just browse that on your computer. On the right here, you'll see the layers. There's only one layer, so we'll unlock that. Then we're going to come over to the left, choose the wand tool, click on the yellow background. Then I'm going to click on the eraser tool. I'm going to change the size of the eraser by sliding up the diameter here. Click there, and of course it's just going to erase everything that I have selected. Anything I missed, I would just go to the wand. I would hold down Shift on my keyboard and I'll click like that to get rid of the remaining yellow bits. Click and last click. Oops, I wasn't holding down Shift, I was holding down caps lock. There we go. Click, click. One more, two more there, one more there, and one more there. And then yes, and then just come to the eraser. And as you can see, it's done everything. I haven't actually selected that last one properly, so select that. Okay, and rub out. Okay, so that's basically, you know, how you'd cut out an image from a very simple high contrast background. However, sometimes you might want to cut out photos, images from photos. So I'm going to I won't save that. I'm going to open up an image of myself. I'm pretty sure you can't see my folder with this software, but I'm just opening up, just navigated to my folder, opened up an image of me in 2010 in New York City, outside the New York hotel. Now, of course, if you were going to use wand here, even with Shift, you know, it would take a hell of a long time, especially for all these little bits where you've got lots of different colors, and it really wouldn't look nice. It really wouldn't look nice in the end, you know, because yeah, it just wouldn't look good. So what we're going to do, let me just deselect all of that. We'll go to Edit, deselect all. Instead, we're going to go to the lasso tool just up here, and you'll see in the top left a little red lasso. Make sure you go to polygonal and not freehand. Come over, unlock the layer as before, and then choose a starting point, any starting point you like. I like to use a nice high contrast starting point, and click, and then you can see I've created an anchor point, and then we would just click along. Now, obviously, I'm doing this for a tutorial, and you know, I'll probably do a nicer one just to kind of put as an image card for the video on Steemit, and probably on YouTube as well. You will add a lot more clicks than me. Like when you're going over straight edges, obviously you only need a couple of anchor points to make sure you get it. As you come around trickier, kind of curlier bits, you know, you'll use many more anchor points to, oops, that's because I double clicked. I'm just going to get rid of that one. I'm just going to undo that, actually. Okay, so yeah, so the lasso, as you can see, you can't undo individual clicks, and there I just double clicked. I was actually trying to be a bit more accurate, and what I did there is I double clicked on an anchor point, or rather long clicked on an anchor point that I had already made. If you do that, it will close the loop, so to speak, the lasso, and create the shape. So I didn't want to do that, so I just started again. Just going to go like that, come across here to the bottom of the image. Also, a thing to remember, I mean, I know that this image is cut off right at the end, at the bottom here. But just before you start, make sure you zoom in and out, appropriately. If you're too zoomed in, you're going to miss some of the image, and you can't actually zoom in and out once you've started placing these lasso points. Or rather, you can, but the image will zoom and the lasso will stay where it is. So just make sure you've got the correct zoom. So as I was saying, I'm not going to be too accurate here. I'm just going to go around my hand here fairly roughly, not creating quite as many anchor points as I would. The more anchor points you create, the smoother and more natural your cutouts will be. So if you're cutting around a face or hair, especially hair, you're going to have to create many more points than I'm creating now. Just a quick note for you with hair. If you're cutting out the image of somebody on, long hair on a windy day or something, there's going to be hair all over the place. So you're going to have to make a judgment call as to which hair you want to capture. But the tip is, just capture enough so it looks natural, and neaten up the hairstyle by getting rid of some of those wisps. So yeah, we're just going to come here. Like I say, I'm just going to make some rough cuts here, 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 and cut out that bit of light. And as you can see, the longer the anchor points are, the less natural it'll look. I'll just make a few more here. We're coming around to our original anchor points, which, as you've seen before when I made the mistake, it'll close up. It'll close up. And once more again, as you can see here, I could spend a lot more time over this, but I'm not going to. Right, so there we go, long click. There we go. And just if it doesn't work on the long click, just double click. Okay, so we've lassoed the image. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Edit. We're going to cut. There we go. We've cut myself away out of that. Then we're going to go, we're going to go File, New Image. We're going to make this bigger. The clipboard is 17 by 1805. I'm going to just make it a little bit bigger so that there's room inside the canvas for the image. I'm going to create image from clipboard, make it transparent, call it CryptoG, CryptoG cutouts, CryptoG cutout 2, because I've already done one of these. Okay, where are we? And we're going to go okay. Right, so now we've got that. Just don't need that quite so zoomed in. We are now going to go over, I'm just going to go onto the pointer tool here. See, so I can move my image around should I need to. But also what I want to do is I want to change the parameters here slightly. So we're going to go layer settings. Where are we? Oh, sorry, layer style. Beg your pardon. Layer style. And we're going to go, let's go for an outer glow. And that just softens the images. Now, can go colors here. Now, again, you know, I would probably take more time. I'd probably use my color picker to pick the image color, you know, the background that I'm going to add, and I would add it in here. But I'm just going to approximate here. I know it's a kind of pinkish image. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to make that a little bigger just so that you can see it. There you go. You see, you can make it bigger. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. And I'm going to keep it fairly soft. So we're going to go like that. Okie dokie. So that's all done. Now we save. I'll just move that. I just cut off my head there. I'm going to save that. Save. And we're going to save it as a PNG. Save it as a PNG. And say OK. Put it into the folder we want to do. For me, it's in my tutorial images folder. Save. Now, come up to the address bar, get rid of the word editor so that you're back in Pixlr. Leave that. You could type Express in if you wanted. It's probably quicker. But I just am doing it this way just to show you the screen, and then launch Express. And as you can see, look, the word editor has been replaced with the word Express. I'm going to browse. I'm going to open up my background, my assets, which I've called Chinese card. I've got some Chinese writing here. It says learn Chinese with CryptoG. Then adjustment, I'm going to add image. Obviously, I'm using Express. You guys could use anything you want, but I like Express because it keeps me within Pixlr and it's easier. Navigate to CryptoG cutout 2. That's way too big. So we're going to make that a lot smaller. Make that a lot smaller. And there you go. Maybe I'll make that a little bit bigger. I kind of like that. Let's take it down a bit. I was right the first time. Yeah, that's all right. So as you can see there, you can see the kind of glow. Now this is what I was saying, like with the edge, I would have taken a lot more time over that. But another trick you can do is just come down here and just take the opacity down to about, I'd say 95%. And that's the opacity of this, of me, basically, of this image, so as you can see. And that way it blends in more to the background and kind of makes it look more like I'm standing there in front of a pink background. Okay, so this tutorial's gone on for long enough now. I just wanted to show you how to cut out an image and then place it into a new background. And I'm sure you'll have lots of use for that, whatever your project is. If you're following me on Steemit, then yeah, please let me know below if you enjoyed this tutorial and you'd like more. Okay, ciao Steemit, and of course, ciao YouTube. Bye bye.